Hello everyone, how are you today? Hope you're feeling well. Back again with us. I'm Indah.
And I'm Arsya. I hope you guys are feeling well because these days there is a coronavirus breakout. So today's podcast topic it will be important.
That's right. So today we will be talking about self-love. But today's episode is special because not only us, there is special guest to talk about self-love.
Hi.
Welcome.
Can you guys introduce yourself first?
Hello, my name is Maulia.
Hello, my name is Adin.
Before that, I want to tell you guys about self-love first. What is self-love? Self-love is about how we appreciate ourselves by accepting what we had. It can be a plus or minus. So, from Adin and Maul, is there any story about self-love?
Of course, I went wrong with my major choice. I got an advertising major. For entering that advertising major isn't easy at all. I need to adjust myself there. Also, sometimes I envy my friends who can take the subject easily. But I didn't just give up like that. I study at home. Start learning editing by myself slowly, and then my editing skill get better and better.
Wow, it's awesome of you. Have you know your skill, right? How about you?
Of course, I'm the type of person who didn't want to everyone knows when I'm sad. At the end, I choose to be alone. I listen to music. I watch a movie like action or comedy so that I would get a better person.
So, I had a question for you guys. So, when you must do a self-love?
For me, is anywhere and anytime. Because really you didn't do self love to yourself like that.
What if we didn't do the self-love? What will happen?
If we didn't do self-love, so many problems will happen. Examples like insecure, stress, self-harm, and then any kind of that who will always compare themselves with everyone else.
It get serious if we didn't do self-love, right? So me and Arsya will give the solution how to do self-love.
The first step is know yourself. Find what is your ability. Know your limits. Don't ever compare with the other people.
Second, self-accept. Accept yourself whatever it is, minus or plus you had to. Maybe it takes some time to do that.
The third step is self-healing. Find a way to phasing out the problems with doing some fun activities like listening to music, reading a books, or watching a movie.
4. Self-care. Keep it up what are you already achieved. Pay attention what are you already have.
And the last step is self-love. Yes, start loving yourself. Because if you didn't start to loving yourself, you can't start loving anyone else. So, can Adin and Maul give advice for those who haven't do the self-love?
I think you can stay or getting out from your comfort zone, but you cannot do comparing your face, body, skill, or anything with other, because it's the main problem that you can never do self-love.
For me, it's simple. You just proud of yourself, wherever you are, what you have, or anything else. Because anything is planned by God.
Oh, was so cool of you guys. So thank you so much for coming for today's episode of self-love. Thank you for sharing some advice, some stories to the listeners.
Yes, starting today, everyone who listening to this podcast, you do self-love because beauty begins the moment you decide to yourself.
Bye.
Bye.